with Luca and Zanna.
Are you ready to get lost in lust? Immerse yourself in a thunderstorm of emotions and passion. Order Gianluca Zanna's new book, Perfectly Crazy, 69 erotic visions and love poems with forbidden erotic Italian phrases. Perfectly Crazy by Gianluca Zanna. Available all over the world at Amazon.com and www.zanna.us.
Here we go, guys and girls. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna. This is the final hour, the hour about love. As I said, differently from the government, that normally they want you to force to help others, I believe in free will. And I believe that it's our opportunity. It is not even just a duty. I think it's an opportunity. When you have somebody in front of you who is a human being and is in need, it's a natural thing normally to think, hey, I would like to help. Sometimes we can't. Of course, we are just regular people. We try sometimes barely to go through our lives. We wish somebody could help us. That's fine. I understand that. But sometimes you can. Sometimes you may have some skills that, it wouldn't take much. Maybe an hour of my life and I can change a life, or I can change few lives, so I can help it for a moment. That's what I mean. So I really believe this is also the purpose of the show. It is not just about talking about politics or, guns. It's about love. And that's the way I look at love. It's not just the romantic form or the physical or sensual love. Of course, we like that. But this is also about this sort of universal love that we can help each other regardless, wherever you're from. I don't care. If you're a decent human being, I would like to help you if I can. And my way to help you in this way is to give you the microphone of this show. If you have a problem, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to fix your problems. I wish it was so easy. But at least I can give you a microphone. You can talk. And maybe somebody may listen. Maybe say, hey, you know what? Let me see if I can do something. Especially now with the internet, we can really cross the barriers, the frontiers, and everything else. I'm a nationalist. I like to have borders. But when it comes down to love, I believe in love across the world. You can be right now, for example, in Italy, and we're here in America. We can help each other. I don't care where you're from. You're in Florida, we're in Arizona. We can help each other. I believe in that. So anyway, let me shut up. Let me bring this lady who I already had on my show, I think at this point, a couple of years ago. I don't know. Time goes so fast. She's from Arizona, by the way. She's not far from Kingman. Unfortunately, I never had a chance to meet her, but I had her on my show. Her name is Raven. Raven, are you there?
I am. Thank you.
All right. When was the last time we talked? Maybe 1 year ago, 2 years ago? I think 2 years ago. Is it possible?
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, time goes so fast. Anyway, I know you have a specific message today. Let's say a call for help, and maybe more than one. I give you the floor, and be specific exactly what we can do to help you, or what people can do to help you. Go ahead.
I breed Great Pyrenees for ranches, people that need it for service dogs and that sort of thing. And my Great Pyrenees, Gaia, had 8 puppies Saturday night, and everything went well. And then about 9 hours later, I noticed that she had an infection that just is genetic. It just comes through genetics. And I began to work with her and treat her naturally with what I had here on the land. I live on 40 acres outside of Seligman, homesteading and living off grid. And she ended up at 12-hour having a 9th puppy, but now she has an infection. At the same, a critical infection. It will kill her. At the same time, my vehicle, 1977 Chevy, is not working. And so I've had no way to get off the land or get to Kingman where my vet is waiting for her. So I finally had a rescue step in that they're going to pick up my ranch partner and bring him to Kingman with the dog and the puppies to get her treatment. But he will be left in Kingman without a ride and a way home back to Seligman. And then, of course, we have to get back to Kingman to get the dog, the vet bill, and that sort of thing. So we've just been in a pickle. It's been an interesting time because ordinarily compassion tends to reach the lips and the service of others. And in this case, I hauled probably over 45 to 50 people from the fire department, the library, volunteers, the churches, individuals, and there was a coldness. There was a lack of love. And it really really touched me in a way that made me realize the woundedness of the world at this time. We are in a struggle together. We all are facing things in our own individual world, but we're forgetting to be there for each other and to serve and support, even in the midst of our own chaos. It does help to help each other. And so that's where I'm at right now.
All right, Lisa, I know you already said that, but let's say it again. Exactly where are you located?
I am off of exit 109 down Anvil Rock Road in Seligman area, out in the wilderness.
Okay, that's out of the 40, right?
Yeah.
40, okay.
I-40, yeah.
I-40, okay. And if people want to reach you, you have a website or Facebook or phone number, whatever you want to give out, at least they can reach you out, hopefully.
My phone number is 928-910-9473. And you can find me on Facebook. My name is Raven, Raven, Galarza, Galarza, De, Gold, Gold. So Raven Galarza de Gold.
All right, listen, I know there are some listeners that are from, let's say, the area just before you, not far from you. And I'm going to try to also contact them on Facebook. Maybe if you send me like some sort of, let's say, short story that what you just said, we can put it out on Facebook and share it. Of course, the radio show Sunday when today's playing, hopefully more people can reach, but we need help before Sunday. This is an emergency. I mean, this poor little dog, if he has an infection, he's not going to make it till Sunday. Am I right?
Correct. She may die tonight if she doesn't get the fluids and the surgery.
I mean, this is serious. And on top, you know, as I said, as a good neighbors, you know, without a car, especially where we live, we are living in a rural America. I mean, it's nice, but at the same time, there are some, you know, situations that you need to be aware. We need a car. We need more than one car. Then normally we have a couple cars or a truck. Without a car, that is very tough. So somebody, a good mechanic, could help you out to even just fix this problem. That would be great. Maybe you can do a trade. You can help them out with something. I mean, I'm not even saying you got to do it just because, you know, it's your good heart. You know, sometimes we can help each other, sharing favors. I mean, you know, I don't know. Tomorrow you may help and take a look at his house, or I don't know, whatever skills you have. I believe now it's time to go back also to trading skills or, let's say, favors. You know, that would be a nice way to help each other. You know. Anything you want to say before I give you the floor again? I mean, this is gonna give you the last minute. Whatever you want to say, I'll let you have the floor. Go ahead.
On that note, I have a 1977 Chevy Van 350, and I think it's the spark plugs distributor or something, but the timing's off, and that it doesn't go. It's not going over 30 miles per hour and it's stalling. It just needs somebody to help me to fix that vehicle. And I have a second vehicle that also has a seemingly minor issue, so that I would actually have two vehicles operating, because you're absolutely right. There's no way to survive as far away as I live without an operating vehicle, emergency, whatever. And it's just been very, very frightening to me.
Yeah,
I've been without a vehicle for over a year now.
On top, you need a vehicle. I mean, I don't care. An emergency. Now, the dog, I feel sorry. But what if tomorrow you have an emergency for yourself? And, you know, before even the fire department finds you, probably it's going to take an hour just to find your place. I mean, forget about arriving. So you need to have something. You can jump in the car. Question, do you have any neighbors out there that you know you can talk to help you out, that they may drive you around?
That's the thing. My closest neighbor is 4 miles away. And what I realized in this experience, which kind of was shattering to my heart, was that nobody was willing. I know people that are not working right now, have an operating vehicle. We offered to pay the gas to get there. They said no, they just were not interested in helping. And it was very disarming to find this out.
That's very sad, especially, you know, you live there. If there are people already living close to you, if they have time, I mean, on top you offering to do something in exchange. You don't want just, you know, pure favor. I mean, honestly, it would be nice once in a while. Thank you very much. One day, I may need your help. You know, we exchange favors. I believe in that. You know, today I just do it. Tomorrow, hey, I need a favor. Please run here. Take care of this. Help me out. Thank you. You know, that's the way it should be anyway. But listen, I pray. Meanwhile, all I want to do besides praying, I want to get this message out. And please, listeners, especially if you live not that far from Seligman area, and if you have little time, I mean, it wouldn't take much, maybe a couple hours. That would be a good start. And then if there is a mechanic out there, even if you're not an official mechanic, sometimes there are people who know, not like me. I'm terrible. I don't even know what is really under the car. I mean, I just know that drives, okay? But I know there are people out there, guys, who love this stuff, okay? And that would be fun. Maybe help them out with, maybe you can cook a lunch or something for them. I don't know. Just help each other. That's all I'm saying. All right, Raven, let me know, please, if you have any news coming after this. And more important, send me that information on Facebook, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Raven. Thank you. And this is Luke. I'm sorry, I was almost sleeping a little bit here. Sometimes I get kind of excited. Okay, I want to have a little break, and then I want to close this hour with something very important. Something about... I don't want to tell you. It's important. Just stay here. Don't go away. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna. Thank you.
Awaken the warrior in you with Skadi, the new organic coffee by Zanna Enterprises, LLC. I am Skadi, Norse goddess of winter, hunting, and just revenge. I bow down to no one. I am independent. I am fierce. I am a warrior. My Viking spirit is reborn in the new organic bean blend by Zanna Coffee. I will keep you up when you feel down, sharing my energy, my boldness, my zest for life. Find happiness in every cup, whether it's iced like a Scandinavian night to refresh a summer day, or hot as a hearth fire to warm the coldest winter morning. As you rise to face the day, Skadi will awaken the warrior in you.
Available at www.zannacoffee.com.
Here we go, guys. This is Luca Zanna, or guys and girls. I have a lot of my listeners, you are ladies, and that's great. This is the final segment for the final hour, third hour of Love, Guns, and Freedom. As you can hear, or as you have heard, there was Skadi Coffee. Yes, the new blend. The new blend that I created from my Zanna Coffee line. And I really like it, by the way. Every blend that I create is different from the other one. I like variety. I like different flavors. That's also what I like in life. I like to have different flavors. I don't like to all be stuck with one thing, okay? So I wanted to create different blends for different tastes of coffee. Skadi is my newest one, or the latest one. And I really have a great feedback. I get great feedback from my customers. I'm glad you like it, because I love it too. Of course, my favorite, I must tell you, is the straight shot espresso. By the way, you don't need to use it just as espresso, because all my coffee beans, of course, are not grounded, are alls. So you can ground them the way you like them. And a lot of people love, let's say, straight shot espresso blend as American coffee. Of course, it's a very strong, bold, body. But that's another story. So anyway, that's the point. I try to enjoy life, and I really appreciate, I'm thankful that I'm able to share with you things that I like, for example, coffee, or sharing with you, of course, information to try to educate each other, help each other. As you heard, this is the part of the show that honestly I love the most. Love. We can help each other. That's the idea. Now, I want to spend a few seconds. I know probably it's not even worth talking about it, but I should. I have a person that I don't want to mention the name because it's not worth it. Really keep writing me after she unfriended me on Facebook. And that's fine. She blocked me, honestly, because she didn't like what I told her. You come on my page and you start to tell me that I'm a liar. You're gonna get something. Sorry, I don't come on your page and put you in that spot. If you tell me things like that, I tell you exactly straightforward what I think about you after you, let's say, what you told me. Anyway. And for me, they probably would be there. I don't even care, move on. She wanted to block me because I'm rude. I tell her exactly what I think, that's fine. No problem. Then she tell me that she never want to hear from me anymore. That's great. Then I have probably about 20 emails, one after another one. And every email ends like, oh, do not write me back. Do not write me back. Of course I don't write you back. But she keeps writing. Then, of course, the last email she brings back something about a person that I want to talk anyway. Just, unfortunately, my show is a weekly show. And, no, unfortunately, that's what I really want. But, I can condensate as many news as I can, especially when they're newsworthy. Mostly I try to talk about general topics, okay? But anyway, the topic that I wanted to talk, at least the news, it's a local news in Mojave County, is about former sheriff candidate for sheriff office, Corey Merriman, that allegedly, she was on the newspaper for allegedly stealing a pair of shoes at Kmart, probably about $15 pair of shoes. Now, why I didn't talk about this yet? Very simple. No, not because I work, or at least I collaborate, and I am also friend with Mr. Ed Mack. No, that's not the point, because, I am beyond that. When I'm on the show, my goal is to say the facts, say the truth. Even if sometimes maybe, against my own, myself, if that's what it is, that's what it is. The point is one, though. I don't like National Enquirer stuff. I don't like to put people on a gossip trial before we have all the evidence, especially when I know that there is at least enough evidence out there to be politically prosecuted in this county, because you're not liked for what you say or what you do. But the point is, right now we're talking about an alleged crime, or potentially, allegedly, we don't know for sure till there is a trial. I want to wait for that. Somebody that supposedly stole a pair of shoes. Let's say for a moment, first of all, as I said, I will talk, and I will also try to have her on the show in case after the trial, no matter which result, and I don't know because I wasn't there, and I'm not so cocky or arrogant to say, oh, I know for sure she didn't steal. I don't know. I'm just here. One thing I know, though, I know that Mrs. Corey Merriman, she doesn't need to steal things. Her husband not only can buy her a pair of shoes, probably can buy her the old shoe shop, okay, the old store. So let's put it this way. We'll find out after this. We're coming to a point that everybody is going to have, the day in court. And by the way, yes, this person was trying to, when she wrote me this email that said, you don't talk about Mrs. Merriman because you're friend with the husband. But you talk about other two people, like State Senator Sonny Borelli and Shooting Grant. Forgot for what? Oh, when he got arrested. Or whatever happened, he got some sort of a situation that was anyway. Yes, he had a situation that I remember on the show. You can check my old show. He had an order against him, and all was on public record because it was already prosecuted and the case was closed. Okay, that's the point. So my point was, I talk about things after they have all the evidence and the judicial system bring in a way that it's closed. So when I talk about Mr. Shooting Grant, it wasn't about personal. I just talk about the public records that they were there. Same story with Sonny Borelli, okay? When we talk about Mr. Borelli, at that point he was a representative, cursing and talking about, former Senator Ron Gould names, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go into that. But the point, I talk because I had all the evidence. Even when I talk about his case of domestic violence, because there was a police report, was done, was finished. He was pleaded guilty and everything else was, he got his, sentence done, at least was finished. The judicial system, somehow, whatever, if you believe it or not, but that was the final result. Now, with Mrs. Corey Merriman, we still have in the middle of the process. As I said, we're going to have a day in court, and at that point, after the final judgment, whatever it's going to be, I will be happy, and it will be my duty to talk about her. Seriously. And I will also try to invite her on the show if she wants to come. So just to show you that, I don't have any type of, hidden cards here or hidden agenda. I may not be perfect. I understand. Not only my English is not perfect, but also sometimes, I make mistakes too, okay? And if I do, please let me know and I'll correct. But at this point, that was something I wanted to wait for a moment because I've been busy the last 2 weeks. And one more thing, as I said, let's say for a moment that really this Mrs. Corey Merriman stole a pair of shoes. If I tell you something, first of all, I would feel sorry for her because at that point, it is not even about the shoes, $14 shoes. It's about maybe she has some personal interior problem. They need some medical help. It is not even about stealing. I still don't condone stealing, for sure. But at that point, I feel sorry for her. Because I think there is something wrong that must be addressed. Some serious interior problem that must be taken care of. It is not about stealing the shoes. Number one. Number two, at the same time, it's kind of funny because on the local newspapers, they put it on every front page. Why there were some other serious situation like Kmart being robbed by a gang. They could not even catch them. They stole probably thousands of dollars of jewelry and they put them at the bottom page. But her for $14 alleged shoes was everywhere. And many other situations I want to go into details. But the point is, this is about sensationalism. This is about, in my opinion, also a political agenda. As I said, let's wait for the court system, judicial system, what we'll do, and I'll be happy to talk about Mrs. Merriman. Meanwhile, as I said, to this person that she kept writing me in email about me and my ego, that I am so disgusting and somehow I don't know exactly what is their problem. She blocked me. Just move on and try to give me lessons on spirituality, on meditation. Please, enjoy your life. I never wrote you back, and I will never write you back. If that's the way you feel for me, I'm not even sorry. I do not care, because we don't need to live close to each other, and I don't tell you what to do. Just leave me alone. Stop sending me emails. I really appreciate it. And more important, I want to tell you before you judge others, because that's what you do anyway. Just look at yourself in the mirror. That's all I want to say. All right. Anyway, that's pretty much the message. And people say, Luca, what he has to do with the show? He has a lot to do because, on the show we can talk about everything. And as I said, local issues like, for example, the situation with Corey Merriman, like I talk other local political issues. We talk about everything. There is no any type of, let's say, taboo. Okay. And of course, I try to keep it positive. I try to keep constructive. I try to find solutions. Once in a while, yes, I have to tell you a little bit when I am not even disappointed. Just, let's say, tired. I'm tired when people keep writing me. I mean, somebody who doesn't want to talk to me and she writes me 20 emails non-stop. Try to preach me how to live my life, what to eat, what to do with my sexuality, what to do with my spirituality, what to do with the chakras that I really don't care. Okay? And I never ask you for your opinion or for your feedback of your, spiritual advising. You block me on Facebook. Just let me go. And we're not even connected. We're not even like we were close friends. We were just Facebook friends. And why I'm sharing this? Because I understand how people out there can become stalkers, can become dramas, I'm very simple. If you don't like me, you block me, I'm out. Or let's say you don't want to talk to me. Oh, that's fine. Big world. Thank you very much. See you. I'm sorry. Apologize, but we move on. Some people don't let it go. And I can see, honestly, when you have on the other side, maybe sometimes most of the time could be a man, even women. And, they can start to become a little too pushy and aggressive. Okay. So that's my point. This is the hour about love. And also, love, as I said, maybe this is not love. I'm not saying that this is a situation, it's love. But, unfortunately, it's part of a human component. I will call it gossiping. I would call some sort of a strange emotions that I cannot define. All I know that it's time to let it go. Okay? Now, back to us, important things. I would like to remind you that it's humbling for me to be here on the show. It's humbling to listen to your feedback. and have the opportunity to share information. As I said, I may not be perfect many times. I may also do mistakes. All I ask you, please, if there is something I'm wrong, just send me an email. Let me know. Or PM me on Facebook. Email is better, by the way. Zanna@zanna.us. And I'll be happy to see what's going on. If I made a mistake, I'll be happy to correct myself, okay? Now, ready for the end. This is the final segment. We're almost at the end. I want to remind you that I really appreciate your help. Every way you do it, I appreciate it. You know, on my new book, Perfectly Crazy, all the buyers, readers who supported the book, I really do appreciate it. You can find it on Amazon.com, Perfectly Crazy by Gianluca Zanna, or even at just Zanna.us. I appreciate your support for the coffee, ZannaCoffee.com, and everything else I'm doing. I do not really rely on the support of sponsors, as you know, because I want to keep this show free from any type of pressure, corporate pressure. And don't get me wrong, if you have a business that you like what I do and you don't want to interfere with our freedom of speech, you're more than welcome to sponsor the show. But every time, sometimes, you know, even small businesses, they try to tell you what they want to listen, and that's not the way I do it here. All right, God's willing, I'll talk to you next Sunday. You'll be listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna. Ciao.